Swing right! Left! 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 Golly! Yeah! Woo!
Come on, mate, tell me. Game time. Yeah, it's basically spot on, yeah. You got 30 seconds.
Well, welcome everybody to the Bar TV Sports coverage of the match of the round for the Rams 2019 NHRU Premiership. We're here at the Groper Dome, everybody's dome away from dome, and with us again this week. Did a magnificent job with us last week. Jared Ryan, how are you, Dad?
Wouldn't be dead for quids on a beautiful afternoon on the peninsula. It's balmy once again. Fantastic afternoon for rugby. Conditions certainly won't play a part. A bit of open, fast, flowing game we're expecting this afternoon, Gareth.
Well, both sides had very good wins last week. Nelson Bay taking on University, a much revamped University side, and they came away with the spoils there, getting 46 points on the board, and Merewether Carlton.
Play advantage, not on green.
Beaches put 18 points on Southern Beaches to 0. Southern Beaches, well, that's only going south, isn't it?
Yeah, it's going to be a long season for the
First one green,
boys.
second blue.
Lost a big player. Merewether Carlton towed them up last weekend. So wouldn't be a good platform to come in and take on the Bay at home. They made it a fortress last year. I think
Play well, mate. Again. You play well, mate. No problem.
In for a tough afternoon,
Good game.
I think.
Yeah, it will be very tough, and it is one ground that teams do hate coming, travelling away. Your mind's on the bus trip on the way home.
No problem.
Your body's out in the field, and
can anybody hear me?
It's absolutely built for what looks like it's going to be an exciting season again.
Can anyone hear me? Anyone?
Side as well, things are growing for them. The big green room redevelopment over there, it's looking to take shape. So Merewether Carlton not playing a home game for the first 7 rounds.
Yeah, but it's going to be interesting to see how they deal with early battle tricks. The field about rugby is very positive on the Bay at the moment. Just a few quick mentions. We've got Jack Vincent and Boston Karapa currently touring South Africa with the combined skills side. And the big news of the week, Gareth, is Maya Stewart, the daughter of legend Grant Stewart and Melissa Stewart, legends of the Nelson Bay Gropers Club. She's been named in the Wallaroos. She's through the week, which is magnificent news for the whole family. But, congratulations to Maya and a big shout out, Dylan. I hope you're enjoying it.
Yeah, very, very good news. She was going to join us up here today, but she has a better commitment. She's up entertaining people up in the Groper bar up there.
Yeah, all our kids there, so.
Very good. In any case,
you got your ears on, Exy.
Anyway, Tyson Watini coming to the Merewether Carlton side.
Yeah.
Coming up against Ben Whaler. Ben Whaler, probably one of the best performed props in the comp last year.
Yeah, without a doubt. Benny Whaler had a storming season last year. And he's on the coaching board with Adzi Edwards. And whilst I mentioned Adzi, a big shout out to all our listeners over in the land of the white.
Yeah, all of it is.
And especially the Wanganui contingent of that.
Sure.
A few of the boys, Nelson Bay has
going to give me a tap, please? Can you hear me? Okay. You should be able to hear me.
Wanganui, so a special shout out to Adzi Edwards' mum and dad. Eddie and Karen Edwards over there. Hope you're enjoying the coverage.
Well, definitely. I mean, certainly the Tide, the Currents get you through top
yeah,
you're
on it.
They end up here, Jared, anyway.
1, 2,
in saying that, Nathan Oliver coming up against Billy Freeman. They're probably the two best breakaways in the competition, I feel. And it's going to be a great matchup between those two players there. Of course, Charles Fernandez, young Eli McCulloch, both players, young halfbacks, as we see the Gropers to the ground now, led by the captain, Casey Watson.
Yeah, once again, another man that had a barnstorming season last year for the Gropers. Casey Watson, but a few changes this week. They're going to miss Reece Tompkins, who is out with a shoulder injury, replaced by the evergreen Matty Affleck, number 8.
Now you can hear me?
Yeah, very much looking forward
1, 2, 1, 2.
the clash of the sevens.
Little bit.
Oliver early.
Can you hear me more importantly? Yeah.
Called him early as last season, which did create a bit of controversy as the best open-side flanker in the competition. But yeah, I think that'll be decided today. Whilst Maitland, what was his name last week? Gareth, he slipped me mind.
Jimmy Johnson.
No, not the Holmes.
Johnson Holmes.
No,
Nick Davidson.
that's him. That's who we're after.
We'll clutch at straws. Jerome Wilson, of course, the captain for the Merewether Carlton side here at the Groper Dome. As you can see, the brand new scoreboard over in the distance. Wonderful work they do with sponsorships here. And of course, the sponsors for the NHRU Street Property Scoreboard. You can see it right there. It's 0-0 at the moment. Of course, the Banlaw replay and the top.
I can't hear you, bub, but
I
haven't said anything. But
here today for round 2 in the 2019 season. As we're just about to kick off by effervescent 5'8" fly half Sam Bright. How do you think the game's going to go, Jared?
Well, it'll be tight early. I mean, both teams are looking fit, and it's a beautiful afternoon for rugby. It will be an open flowing game. It'll be tight.
Oh no!
Up high, coming down, and a bit of weakness there for the Merewether. With a run, here comes Shad Northcott with the up and under from the 22. It comes across field. Jerome Wilson's there and takes it nicely. It's 1-1, and you've got to watch him with his offload. Jerome Wilson is dangerous loose forwards in attack last year.
Got young Jordan Byfield out of the 18 last year.
Around!
Very flat here in the Merewether side, and now they go across. Here's Jay Strawn stepping off his made a good run with Oh, that's a lovely. Almost getting caught here. Billy Ford takes him forward. Here's Jay Strawn, hands on the ball, tries to slice his way through. The more touches he gets for the Greens, the better they go. There's another carry there.
Signing, he's scored a double in his opening appearance.
Denisi with a kick through. This could be trouble here. He was very dangerous towards the back end of last year. Now Strawn in broken foot. Strawn opens up. Strawn has one to beat. Can he go all the way? Jay Strawn, he's taken nicely. Lovely tackle to get there. Michael Atini finding himself at fullback.
Belted by Benny Whaler as well over the top. Shut it down in an instant.
holding green.
Yes, so penalty there to the Gropers.
Is that better?
Leo,
The big moves in the Nelson Bay Gropers side.
Yeah, sorry about that.
Has moved from the fullback position into the fly half, and he is electric. So look out for him this afternoon. He is an exciting
Wait.
and the Kiwi you're seeing, he's gone from centre back to fullback. Northcote now spreads it right.
So nice work here by the Bay.
Yep.
There's Oliver taking a hit up there. He had plenty of work to do by the defence. Charlie Fielder. They're in behind. Nice little palm there by Polo. Sam Bright gets a second bite at him. Takes him
In
down.
between
Just
Channel 1 and Channel 2.
halfway. Here's Northcott now. Inside ball
Turn
to
that.
Edwards. And that's a lovely tackle.
Yeah, that's
there.
on.
Lachlan Miller, he's playing number 8, and he's one of these young Colts that
Yep.
come through from America. Northcott puts it through to the corner.
Yep.
It's a very good kick. It's pinpoint almost. Isn't it going to go with a touch? That's lovely.
Okay.
Game change up. Beautiful kick into the corner there. The Groper game. The pressure on
Yeah, it's on Max.
Well, if anything, this was where their season fell apart last year. The line out, the Merewether Carlton.
On Channel 1, yeah, it's on
As
manual.
well as their scrum as well. It looks a little bit better. And again, that's not the best one there thrown. Hasn't come down with the Gropers. No, the Greens have it. But there's trouble on their own line, Jared.
Early pressure. You take it in and get a chance to get it away for a kick. That's what they're looking for now, though. And he's got it away out to the 20. Oh, no, it stayed in field. Back to Northcott now with room to move.
Yeah, this is where their trouble broke a field. We saw in the 7s early on, trying to get around nicely, taken nicely accounted for there by the Merewether Carlton winger as Ethan Fowles. I'm sure he's up for a very big season. Had the disappointment last year getting dropped just before the semis, but out for a big year this year.
Always hard to take getting dropped, but had to get the parachute out, but he's back in the top grade today and good job in defence there.
It's a very high octane match, isn't it? We saw last week the game was pretty quick, but this one looks even quicker, Jared.
Yeah, well, we spoke about the quality of the football being played in the Rams NHRU late last season. They haven't missed a beat so far. It's exciting, and I can't wait for boys to blow the cobwebs out and the level of rugby we're going to see over the ensuing weeks, Gary.
Remember the Carlton with their first penalty of the match. Sam Bryant with the ball. Gets the ball deep into touch. Lovely kick there over halfway. Nice little catch in the crowd as well. The crowd goes up and the Dowie Marauders third graders. They stick around. It's a good affiliation.
It is a fantastic affiliation for both clubs, I believe. The Merewether Carlton side going to the attack.
They're nice to take a midfield there, and that's a penalty for the Bay. So the Carlton side, a little bit of discipline lacking there for them. I think he's the perpetrator of it. Adam Edwards draws the penalty. Speaking to him, in the off-season, he was humming and ahhing whether he was going to play, but he certainly looks well entrenched in this Groper starting side, Jared.
Yeah, well, not only is he playing, he's the coach for the side and brings a wealth of experience. Quite an enormous amount of pressure there and got the penalties for not releasing. And the Gropers now on the 22 and on the attack.
Ball comes off the top, nicely run by Watson. Now Northcott, he'll attack the line. He'll give the ball to Paulo straight away and tries to get through the first line of defence, get a ball away, but it's a lovely defence there by the Greens. And Daniel themselves a penalty now. Wow.
There's Xavier Edwards out there, one of the up-and-coming referees. Certainly is on his way up in the Specsavers refereeing ranks. And he's found an issue with the Gropers play there, so a penalty to Merewether and brings it out.
Specsavers, we saw Greg out there. He's got the Specsavers himself on the bay, doing it up at the moment. That one comes off the top and off the back. He's come to Greens, now looking to charge forward with Craig Robinson. A good season last year, breakout season was Jerome Wilson. Takes it forward, finds himself there.
Triple twist off the back of the ruck, Nathan Oliver very effective once he wins the game.
As is that man there, Billy Friendly. They're trading clean out at the moment, the two breakaways, and this is Watsini there. Former Southern Beaches plays, turns the ball over. And Now Northcote shapes the kick. He'll look to get around one play. Now he'll dummy go to the outside. This could be trouble here. No, the ball goes out. And in the end, Nuha takes the ball out.
Thought he had 3 options there, and he found a fourth to throw it to nobody over the touchline. And Merewether back on the attack. You mentioned breakout seasons. Charlie Fielder, the Nelson Bay halfback, had a breakout season last year. And even forward to seeing him play this afternoon as well. As well as Brendan Haddad. He's back from his beach runs. And,
well, here we go now up the sideline, and it goes out. Unlucky there. It was an easy on the far side. He looks dangerous every time he touches the ball. He did it towards the end of last season. Didn't play last week. Back in the side this week. And that goes out. Oh, it's a turnover here. Play on, says the referee. They need to use it to the left here. The Gropers, can they get quick ball? Here's Northcote with that left foot step. Almost getting past Bright, but he takes the ball into contact. And now, Hattini, he'll take one up to settle it for his forwards there as they regroup. Picking and driving might get them there. It's not the most exciting rugby as Benny Whaler takes them forward. Northcote in the familiar 25 jersey. Do you know the story behind that, Jared?
Well, a lucky number apparently. That's what he plays in. He's travelled the world and always plays in 25 is what I get told. Up he's another legend of the Nelson Bay Gropers club in his old man Jeff Solid. Live wire halfback back in the day.
The General.
The General, and no coincidence that we've got the offspring and it's brought the bay to life and got them back firing that.
Well, he was the man that got them to the grand final. And what was it, 01 or 02?
Yeah, it's 01 I believe. Yeah, the General, he was the man that got them there, made all the difference, and as they say, the apple doesn't fall too, the seed doesn't fall too far from the tree.
The apple, the seed, I don't know, but let's not talk Adam and Eve. You can't do that in rugby union anymore, as we've seen this week. As they'll take the penalty here, the Gropers.
Some more big off-season news. One of the legends of the Nelson Bay Gropers club, the K-Rod, Kerrod McLean, he's had an unfortunate injury. The chicken legs have finally given out. He's done his ACL and in what they're calling possibly a career-ending injury, which would be a shame because he is an exciting machine. We love him here at the game.
Had a bit of a chat to him before the game as they shape the kick now. And he was in good spirits walking out of that knee brace, but yeah, something tells me those chicken legs are going to be on special at Woolworths down the street.
6 for a dozen apparently. Anyway, as the Gropers convert the penalty attempt and they take an early 3-0 lead. 3-0 lead. Tongue in a twister.
Well, you did get here for the under 18s, didn't you? So
I was working at the time.
Lovely high kick, and we're up here in the back of home scaffold. Oh, lovely tackle there by the Greens. They took the beige immediately under pressure. And they're looking to take them out of trouble here. Reece Tompkins, he's a big loss for this Bay side here today. He's pouring schooners at the country club.
Yeah, he's won the competition at the country club in the off-season over the summer as the most attractive second rower who played at the country club. Jimmy Curran, the former coach of Merewether Carlton second grade, is now running the country club. He started the competition, thought he was a shoe-in. Tompkins has got some late votes and taken the trophy.
Yeah, James Curran. Unfortunately, it's sad to say he probably had no shot at that, let's be honest.
I can't believe he entered.
His dad would have a better shot.
I can't believe he entered. But anyway, he's brought himself undone. Tompkins is going to be a big loss though. He was menacing in the finals last year.
Yeah, certainly just adds that extra, that punch from the back of the scrum. It'll be interesting to see how this scrum goes. The Bay pack really rated themselves off the back of last year's form. Zeon Takura, he's played second grade here today, so he's yet to come back and go full fitness. That one goes down in the far side. Ty Watini, he's a good pick-up here for his Merewether Carlton side. Good scrummager. He's been a big part of the Southern Beaches pack over the last 5 or so years.
There's a fair bench sitting right there. I watched the senior game. 2/3 of the front row, first grade for Nelson Bay Gropers last year, sitting on the bench for second grade. So I don't know whether it was a ploy by the coach, but it certainly makes the Gropers look in a very healthy position as far as front row.
Well, Dan Collins, he was one of the ones that was only know whether he was going to play this year. Looks like he's back and he's coming through the grades, which is always a good sign in club footy.
Yeah, looks to be carrying a little bit. I don't think he's done too much training in the off-season. He looks fitter than DC at the moment, but I'm sure he'll pick up on that. But another one that the Bay are missing is Lurini, the 10. He's out.
Out indefinitely, I heard, and that's a lovely ball, but maybe a little too soon. Probably could have drawn the play there. Smill-Hart comes in and makes a very good tackle. They're stretching them wide here, the Greens, as Northcott gets the ball in the change of passes between the forwards, sits him right up for a big hit there. They look a little disorganised here, the Bay, and the Greens defence. That's a good hit there by Watsini. Coming off the line, he read it well. He lost a lot of ground here now. Northcott, he steps away. He's isolated now, and they take him down, and he somehow gets the ball back. It's good work of the breakdown by the Greens. That was Eli McCullough comes across and does some tough stuff. Now they pick and drive the Gropers. And you can see the dust coming up from the pitch there.
He saved the day there. Northcott was isolated, but Patrick showing his experience. Merewether Carlton on the fly down the left hand.
Oh, good tackle there. Easy on the far side. Might be caught a high shot. I thought it was all right. That one goes into the clutches of Billy Freeman's hands, but doesn't quite get it. Quick tap taken by McCullough, but it's going to be called back. Danger signs here for the Gropers. That is where the Greens are very dangerous, and I'll tell you what, he looks pretty quick, doesn't he, Sikiotis?
He looks lightning. Might put the pressure on Mars for the quickest in the comp. Haven't seen him in open space yet, but he looked very dangerous then.
If Kerrod McLean's fit, he's got to be the quickest in the comp, doesn't he?
Well, I know one title he does hold. He still holds the unfittest turnover I've ever met in my life, but I don't know about that. He's lost a yard or two over the years. Back in his days, he was playing with the title.
Tough to put down. That's a good line out there by the Greens. Now they get them all, but they lose it in the end. So goes forward there, and that's a big let-off for the Gropers. As we see Joey Strawn coming to the back. Okay, I hope to think this game is just about to open up here, Jared.
Well, again, doesn't matter how much training you've done during the off-season, you've got to get the game day legs, miles in the legs, and the other side has had the opportunity to do that. So I'm sure it's about opening up. Whilst being intensely defensive, you're right, very short. 23 in, and points to come.
And the Bay with that. And also, important to note, there's a couple of other media organisations here today. The Bay Bugle, headed by Mitch Lees. He's here, former Merewether Carlton Junior, now firmly entrenched in Gropers culture. He's here doing the match report for the Bay Bugle. Make sure to check that out on Facebook, because it's a cracking read.
Sign up, it's always entertaining, but you may need your dictionary. Bring your thesaurus with you. Always entertaining. Sign up for that.
There's Justin Lee's cousin from the Pony Boys on Bar TV Sports. We are here live on Bar TV Sports. That's a good kick downfield by Northcott, but coming back nicely. There was Basikalupo, and Basikalupo unloads to McCullough. He gets a nice ball out to Strawn. Now they're in trouble here. The Gropers, they do well in defence. They're good chase. As they come over the top there, Hatini maybe erring on the side of caution there. Now it's going to be advantage played.
Yeah, he knew he was guilty from the onset. I don't know why he went back in and had a second shot at it, but Edwards just found him guilty as charged and a penalty to Merewether on half-right.
It's one of those things, isn't it? If you're going to rob the bank, you're not going to take the petty cash. You've got to go in full-heartedly.
Or at least wear a mask.
The mask will scream. A good touch finder there for the Greens. Here comes Billy Dunn, the little engine that could, in the number 2 jersey for the Merewether Carlton side. I think I can, and can he get this one in nicely? Yes, he can. Eli McCulloch now to Brighton. Service not the best there. Oh, that's a lovely ball there to Shmuha, coming around on the angle, still going. Shmuha. Lovely ball there now, McCulloch. Good quick service. This is what they need here, the Greens, as they build. Billy Freeman gets the ball back. Jerome Wilson now charges forward. They'll have to be wary of the arm getting free, and there's trouble to the left, there's trouble to the right. McCulloch stuck in the middle.
Yeah, Edwards just found a penalty there for not releasing from the big man. He was trying to get one free and then got in an awkward position when he hit the ground in the bay. Pressure on and has come up with a penalty. Very relieving penalty, I may add. Under solid pressure from the Merewether side.
Well, they looked in all sorts there. I thought that the Gropers here, the Groper Dome, they're running away from Aquarium Corner. Here where the fans sit, and they'll be running home.
Well, as we always say, it's obvious that the Gropers won the toss and chose to go to what is known locally as Groper Corner in the second half. So Gropers now pull the ball from the line out, take it into Whaler.
Oh, I see him bent back there. That was a good clean out by the Greens, and now they come up with a turnover. Miller gets it away. Oh, Sam Bright, he's met by Polly out in the middle. Good tackle. Here comes Billy Freeman looking for the offload. Doesn't find it for the team. He's lifted up in the tackle. The Greens, they're building pressure here as Shmuha loses his footing. Here comes Jerome Wilson now, the skipper. Throws the dummy, looking to get the arm free. Does so. Ball good backing up by the big prop forward. Thought it may have gone forward. Watini now, he looks for support. No, he's dropped the ball. That's his second of the game.
Andy Edwards, actually I think he was making
Let's go, Gropers!
Earlier there on Wilson. He got stood up and stepped inside, but he's certainly short up there and the bay.
Max Edwards. No two ways about it. There's his Rams round 2 NHRU fixture brought to you by Street Property. It is the Street Property scoreboard. You want to see Street Property up here in the bay.
The Street Property is right there, only a half full and a half time.
Chucks it in. Really something to keep us going in the second half. The shade coming over. What a lovely day though. Last time we were here, Gerald, it was cyclonic conditions.
It's certainly more pleasant than the last time we were at the Groper Dome for a Maitland game last year. Where it was torrential. It was horrific. We were lucky to survive that afternoon. Fantastic game of rugby, as we always appreciate. Gropers now getting out of their own territory, 40 out from home line. Down the field and now out the Northcote.
Yeah, that throw question there by Buck, and I thought it might have gone a little bit to the side, but in any case, it's play on. Referee said it was straight. Picking and driving. As they keep going. And Benny Whaler joins. Does get through a lot of work, doesn't he, for a prop forward, Ben Whaler?
Unbelievably mobile. He does a lot of work out the Northcote now, looking for the journey inside.
Yeah, just held up the ball a little bit there. Now comes across. Is that Edwards there? Got the ball? No, Edwards standing right off the ruck. Looking for the ball now. Gets the ball. Or was that Matty after it? They're hard to tell apart, aren't they?
Yeah, they're peas in a pod, them pair. Very difficult, but the old stalwart, he's got a bit of red tape around the head to help us out this afternoon. So.
Jay Straw just got hit after the ball. It looks like, is it going to be a penalty? Yes, it is. I thought, if we look at the Bandlaw replay, I thought, not much in it. Jay Straw, of course, the veteran. He knows how to get himself a penalty. He does cop a bit of attention, though. He seems to always cop a high shot here and there. Let's hope that doesn't come into it this year.
Well, was anything too serious in that, but Edwards has seen something and given the penalty away. But as always, ladies and gentlemen at home, you can make your own comments on our live stream worldwide on the NHRU Rams Premier 1. So make your comments, and can somebody tip us into whether the Great Near Winks won?
Yeah, I was watching it. I did. I forgot to mention. $1.06 won by 3 or 4 lengths, so he didn't win that bet.
Won't share his screen at home, folks. He's a one-man band. This guy was it. Sitting right next to him, I still don't know.
Well, you were busy talking, I was busy watching. In any case, the Pony Boys, we are 4 from 7 here today. We're getting some safety advice here from the Gropers. The cameraman may be in a bit of danger up here in the back of Holmes' scaffold. Of course, doing great things for the Gropers back at Holmes, long-term sponsors, as are A&J Auto Body Repairs. Plenty out there. They do a great job.
We were talking Specsavers there earlier, so we're talking big renovations for the shop that Bay last week, open this Thursday.
It's all happening, isn't it? At Nelson Bay. Things are on the up. The cost of living is still around neutral. Well, the demographic is coming down overall. It's a good place to be at the moment, Jared.
Yeah, young families are flocking to the peninsula and flocking to the Groper Dome this afternoon. There's a very impressive crowd here this afternoon, and what is a magnificent afternoon for rugby. And I saw a legend who interviewed at the game last year, John Stinker Clark. He's here as well this afternoon.
Well, they've lost that under pressure there, the Greens. Yes. Well, it is interesting, given that the Bombies are playing at the same time over at Fingal Bay here today. Looks like rugby's the winner on the day here today. There'll be another scrum here. This game getting a little bit scrappy. The Greens with 15 minutes to go behind on the scoreboard, 3 points to 0.
Tight opening 25 minutes of this remuneration saga at Nelson Bay Gropers. Merewether is chance now. Breaking play. Can't see anybody down injured actually, Gareth. But certainly not bringing in the heat rule. Spoke about that last week at Maitland.
Lawrence Coors come to the sideline, the big prop forward there, but he's going to be whisked away. So maybe a problem there up front. I dare say the front rowers clubs agreed to get themselves a water break as they come in about 15 minutes to go.
Bit of a change, as I say. We talked about the Nelson Bay promotion last year on the bench, and we had a few imports from New Zealand. We played Nipper last week. He's moved to Rouse today, and young Ross Bucket making his debut in first grade as a hooker and doing a fantastic job.
There's been someone in the scrums as that one comes down the field. Ethan Fowles lets it go over and goes over comfortably in the end.
Johnny, what were you trying to tell me?
Here we go now, Billy Dunn. We go to this short one to Jerome Wilson. Quick play there. Hurrying up the play.
Back shortly. Give me a heads up.
That's a nice ball to a team, tries to break the line, gets them up over halfway. Eli McCullum, good service there by the young halfback, and keep going forward. Milton gets them on the front foot, and Billy Freeman loses a bit of ground, but good clean out, good quick ball. Jay Strawn now goes up the centre. Here comes Jay Strawn. One to beat. Here's Strawn. He's going to go all the way. Is he? Yes, he is. I can't see him stopping. Oh, that's a lovely try, saving tackle. He's isolated, but Sam Bryant, as always, there to back up. That's the first try of the match to Merewether Carlton.
Fantastic running by Strawn, and good side ball, and they're over. that's opened the game up. They're the late points we were talking about. The Bay's got a little bit lethargic, bit tired, but they're doing a lot of defence with a great try from the Merewether Carlton side.
Yeah, they were building, weren't they, the Merewether Carlton side? They had a couple of opportunities and a bit of skilled ball, a bit of execution, but Jay Strawn, as always, he's the man to light up the back line, light up this attack for Merewether Carlton. Sam Pride always up the middle, runs that good fly half line to back up, and he's always worth about 20 points a game.
Yeah, fantastic support by Bright. It's done now, the crowd's gone silent, a bit like the crowd at Maitland last week. Big thing to score points, you shut the crowd down at the home side, and hit the post, remains 5-3. That's a bit of a shocker there.
Well, he's normally very accurate, Sam Pride, and maybe some early season rust. As a kid, he used to go down to Townsend Oval, used to see him, he used to practice kicking hundreds of balls a day, and that one will be one he forgets.
Well, he needs to get out and do a bit more practice. As you say, early season jitters, always adjusting the cobwebs off. As Simmons at 5'8" for Merewether last week, he dropped his goals and popped it up, cost me the double. Thank you very much.
Well, almost cost you $500. There's your party. We were going to split it, of course. And now the Gropers attacking. Can they hit back quickly now? Zappel looking for the ball. It spits out. Fielder now getting it across him. Oliver, the twist, goes forward, straightens. Can't pick the pocket of anyone here today. He's been kept pretty quiet. Now they try to set up as they work towards the posts. With a couple on the short side, but they're going to go to Northcott here as Northcott takes the line inside. And he spills it there, Ply. Now Jerome Wilson gets it away. Here's the counter attack as Shmuhar kicks it downfield. Northcott, we know how quick he is, and it looks like it's well contained, but Shmuhar with a very good chase. Has he dropped the ball there? I don't know. And Northcott under pressure, turns pirouettes, kicks. Very good under pressure, but that was good counter attack by the Greens.
Great work getting the all sorts of pressure there at
Yeah, certainly. That's a move he picked up from the country club, not the Sea Breeze. And pirouette. And kick. Good move on the dance floor, Chad Northcott.
Unlike his father, he can move. General, he was moving the rugby field not on the dance floor, ladies, with their heads up there.
Here he is again, Wilson. Surely. Must be tiring soon as Watini takes it in from that short force there. To take that ball at Billy Tunn, he goes forward, the little engine that could.
I think you've been watching too many carriers with the kids that like that. He certainly can. He's a great hooker. He's all over the park. Very good work. Taking on Miller now on the charge.
Oh, that's a lovely ball, short ball, winding up, good straight lines. Now they're under pressure here again. Always getting straight through. That's a try. It came across as a bit of a scuffle in the back play. Bit of push and shove. Billy Freeman, the wild man.
Well, you spoke about the breakaways earlier, but we were speaking about the sevens. Ryan West really having a cracking game here this afternoon. And damaging everything he goes. They under pressure and wilted after some good defence there. And Carlton side going again.
We came across a couple of years ago from Central Newcastle in the rugby league competition. And it took a couple of years to really find his feet. I think last year towards the end of the year was where he really sort of broke out. And this year I'm expecting big things. Maybe an Anderson medal from Drew Jerome.
It's a big early season call, but I'll tell you what, he is a big body. And he's doing some big damage to the Nelson Bay defensive line this afternoon here at the day.
Sam Bright, 5 in from touch. That's his second miss, so he doesn't normally miss 2 on the top right. Certainly does in that instance. 10-3 to score, 7 minutes remaining. And the Gropers are looking a little bit out of it here, Joe.
Change has been made. On the line is on. The Bay under some pressure here late in the first half.
Nice kick towards the sideline and out on the full. Just caught that breeze. That's just picked up here at the Groper Dome.
Yeah, the northeast, it's not strong, but it's just starting to pick up a little bit and kick down. It's a game of inches. Well, that was 2 inches out. So, unfortunately, off the resume of play there for the Nelson Bay Gropers. Merewether have elected to take the scrum on halfway.
Yeah, good option there. The Greens, their scrum's been impressive. Everybody questioning it in the off-season to see how it had come across this year. And it looks like it's going all right at the moment. James Smith, of course, injured for the year. So he was one of their linchpins last year. But they seem to have got a bit more depth this year, the Greens.
Yeah, certainly the team done and ball a hole in their own against the Northern Bay front row.
Oh, here comes Jay Strawn again up the middle of the field. Offloading now to Shmuha. And Shmuha, hoo-ha. Wow, that's a try.
They were all too easy there for the Greens. And Strawn, he was electric and he can snip a hole out. And Shmuha just on the outside. Good backing up once again. And they're in again, the Greens, so definitely they've caught the crowd, and the Rovers are in a little bit of disarray.
Yeah, a bit of trouble there, and we spoke about Anderson Mills just before. Jay Strawn, he's got to be in contention this year. Don't know if he's won one in his last year's career, but he certainly has been there and thereabouts for the past few seasons anyway.
Yeah, I'm not up to scratch on that. I don't think he has won one in the past. But keeps performing like he has in this opening half here this afternoon. He will be in the running for sure coming in the season.
So he made his way from Merewether via the way of Gateshead High, the cricketer. The former Merewether Magpie.
The War. We spoke about tough courage and fighters in last week. Well, the War, I don't know if tough but I said
Even their organic farmers out there are tough, Jared.
Yeah, well, they used to mark the line with soup shit at the War Oval, so they were talking organic, but doesn't get any more organic.
That's manure for all our French friends out there. As we go now, back into the Greens 22. Here comes Freeman. Good run again. He's been well contained though. Former university player. He's been in the Greens now for 3 seasons this year. Is on the line. Nice little ball to Oliver. Oliver spins out. Been kept quiet. Now the Bay. They're going to really need a try before half time. And the conversion would help as well as they go towards the line to Affleck. They're coming back to Edwards, the coach. Lost the ball there, and that's why they're going to the Greens. So they built, and the house got blown down there.
Yeah, they were puffing way too hard. The old 1-2 punch, Affleck and Edwards, but speaking of Edwards, the referee, Xavier Edwards, has found a technical issue where the Bays play too much pressure from the Greens defence and turnover and a raking kick out with 40 off their own line.
Yeah, nice kick there by Brights. That one comes off the top. Little kick in behind. Edwards showing a bit of toe and pops up now as they go for the corner here. The Gropers, there's trouble if they can get it all the way to the left. They're taking their time though. The forwards keep it in tight. They're picking and driving here. Now it comes back. Short ball, Polly. Oh, that's a lovely ball to Northcott. And that's the try they were looking for at the Groper Dome.
Exciting stuff there from the Gropers. They've got a late sniff. And a beautiful ball from Pye out to Chatty Northcott on the charge and goes over for the Bay. The kick to come, score currently 8-17. So they definitely needed that late in this first half. They haven't had the best of it, the Gropers, at home this afternoon. Merewether have applied the pressure and come up with the points. With the Bay, they hit back late in this first half.
That was an amazing ball to Northcott. He set himself out wider. As we see the Bamlaw replay. Tough kick here though.
He's normally the one throwing balls like that, but he was on the receiving end there and shut the gate. It was all over as soon as he could. So kick to come and a big relief there late in the first half for the Bay. They needed the try and they've come up with it. So kick to come.
Well, let's not forget they had a man down as well for some of that period too with Anisi off. Well, Jerome Edwards getting called out there as the captain. A few indiscretions happening.
Have a look on the replay.
On the Bamlaw replay, you can see out there the referee's going to have a bit of a chat to both captains here. It's just getting a bit spiteful out there. A couple of handbags getting thrown around.
10 paces, handbags at 10 paces, which again, early in the season, they've done the training, but they haven't got the game league, so things tend to get a bit tense when the boys get tired, Gareth. So only a minute to go, I'm sure referee Edwards will settle him down. He's having a stern word with Casey Edwards, the captain of the Nelson Bay side. I'm not sure what that was about. See if we can work it out at half time and just see what that result was about. It's certainly getting a bit tense here late in the first half. So we've got Pocket line in the kick up here for the Bay. It's 20 to the left of the post and on the 22 to make it 10-17 in favour of the Merewether Carlton side at half time here.
He takes a strike, and that is a terrible kick. To be honest, that hasn't been seen in the Groper Dome for some 40 odd years, or 50 years, 70 years before the Groper Dome was even brought on. That's going to bring us into half time almost. There'll be one more passage of play as Edwards has a bit of injury time on his dive. Nicely taken there by Oliver. Inside ball now. Here they come, the Gropers. They know they need to hit back one more time, and they're right back in this. Here's Ty and the Lion. Takes them forward. Good run there. It's what they needed, isn't it? Someone running directly.
Good punch. Yeah, exactly. Northcott now on the right there. He's on the floor. Kicks through. Sean under pressure. Stops it with a foot very casually. He's away now down the left. Puts his own little chip through. And Northcott's struggling a bit. He's picked it up now though.
Thrown it inside to Oliver. Oliver now looking for the counter attack. Anisi on the outside. We know he's dangerous to get outside his man or run through his man. Back to Edwards. Edwards with a little toe forward. This is end-to-end stuff here at the Groper Dome coming into half-time. Can't be too long to go. This one kicked downfield, and this should call it half-time.
Yeah, 0 seconds left, and I'm off to the make-up room. Gareth, I'll be back.
We don't plaster it on too much. We'll take a quick break for half-time. The score 17-8 in favour of the visitors here. Merewether Carlton taking on Nelson Bay. Take a quick break in this Rams NHRU coverage. We'll come back with all the second half action in about 5 minutes. What are you doing?
Test one. Test 1 2. Test 1 2. Testing 1 2. Testing 1 2. That's better. That's better on my end. Is it coming through now? Testing 1 2.
Good. There you go. Well, welcome back, everybody, to the Rams NHRU 2019 match of the round. We're round 2 here, as it's Nelson Bay taking on Merewether Carlton. They trail 17-8 here at home at the Groper Dome. And Northcott to kick off. It's a lovely looking kick to restart this second half. Nicely taken by the Greens. Comes to Jerome Wilson, who's probably best on the park in the first half. The captain for the Greens. As we're joined up here in the Backer Homes commentary scaffold. I'll use that term loosely. Jared Ryan, as the Gropers play field position this time. That's a good kick as Strawn lets the ball go over the touchline.
Yeah, Wilson was outstanding in the first half, certainly best on park. I'll tell you what, ladies and gentlemen at home, I've had an experience. I've been to the Groper Dome for quite some years now, but I've just had an experience. It's the international flair and feel to the Gropers these days. I just had a cup of carver on a picnic rug in the shade there, and it's revived me, I tell you. I highly recommend it.
Look out. Second half carver fueled. Don't know if we can get a sponsor for that, but we'll try. As Shmuhar looks to do some tough stuff up the middle. Can't quite there. Looks like Northcott slipped back to fullback here in defence. Good option. He offers a lot in broken plays. McCulloch now with a box kick as it comes across field. Oh, that's a lovely bounce and fouls. Oh, I thought he kept that in there. Fouls, and McCulloch was up the field looking for it.
Yeah, well, Merewether's certainly aware of how effective Northcott is at the back, and they've kicked away from him. I was the same, Gareth. Thought he managed to keep it in there, but Bay got the throw now. 40 out from the Merewether Carlton's line.
Yeah, nice throw again by the Bay. Accurate, good set piece. Now Fielder with a long ball as they drift across. Northcott goes in behind. Now looking for Hattini. Hattini steps off the right, can't get a ball away, drops it. Billy Freeman was coming across in cover. He's had a pretty busy half in defence, Freeman. As Robinson now met in a very tough tackle there by Polai. As Sam Bright comes back, looks set to kick. Wilton now, he drifts across, finds Jerome Wilson around the corner pass. Now fouls on the far side, fouls with a little kick off the right boot. Northcott comes across to clean it up, and again another good kick chase as he's picked up there. Northcott, he's going to have to do something with his ball. They won't get it out. They might find themselves in a bit of trouble here, the Bay. Now it comes to the back there for Wilson. Wilson, now the Greens force a turnover, and this is a pretty good position for the Greens.
Yeah, outstanding work again from Wilson. Plenty of pressure from the Greens defence, and the Bay have turned it over. Merewether heavily on the attack.
Jay Strawn directing his troops there. Oh, that's a good turnover there by the Bay. Equally as good as the Greens as Hattini picks it up and almost juggles it around the back of his head. Fielder with a nice little kick over the top. Nobody at home. Northcott running through. Has Fowles to beat. Can he get there? Bounces up into the arms of Fowles, and he's taken. Lovely work there, Fielder and Northcott. It's something they work on. That little chip in behind and almost paid off for them, Jared.
Yeah, brilliant. Brilliant there, the Bay. They were under pressure. The play was on halfway, but Merewether Carlton applying the early pressure in this first half. The Bay have come up with a great result there. Great pressure from Northcott. Good kick from Fielder and a fantastic chase.
So Sam Bright, he'll go deep. Comes up and down and juggled there. Oh, that's a terrible attempt. As Hattini now finds himself with the ball. Tries to slice through. Looks for support. Pops it up. Affleck. And that one's bounced down there by Wilton. Calls for a penalty. And Oliver shows some good footwork there. The semi-athletic number 7.
And an offload as well now. Out to Smith on the charge.
He's had a good half, Smith. He's been solid. Not doing too much, though. Affleck, almost. Should have passed it there, I thought. Oh, it's trouble on the outside. Back inside. As the ball... it comes out. I thought he kept it in there. There's a bit of push and shove, and the touch judge. He's going to have something to say, is he?
Yeah, the old evergreen Matty Affleck with a double show and go there, and was probably the poor option. He should have given it the second time and put Buchan under all sorts of pressure, and he's been put into touch. But the referee, Edwards, has found something here and called the captains out again.
They're not happy with something. Watson and Jerome Wilson. And the crowd led by Kerrod McLean.
The old K-Rod having his say, as he always does on the field. He gives the referee his peace of mind.
Yeah, as we...
Not peace of mind, a piece of his mind.
We can see down here, he's given it to both the players, the referees, and his home crowd as well.
Yeah, well, he's that well lubricated. The ACL injury is not giving him any trouble now. He's taken the knee brace off and looking to get out there and have a crack.
Yeah, he's taken the brace off. I'm surprised if he doesn't jump the fence. But here comes Billy Dunn with a throw back to the action on the field. To the back. That's lovely work there by Dunn. Well executed. Finally found some form this year, I think, Billy Dunn. Now Jay Strawn on the edge. Kicks it in behind for Ethan Fowles, and Northcott bounces up over his head and he'll throw the ball infield. And this could be trouble here as the chase by Merewether's not quite there. And Easy now straightens up, tries to run over his opposite there in Milton, and that's a good tackle there by the lock. Now Hattini, he'll try and break through and had Zone Takora outside him. The bigger man as Edwards takes it in, offloads. Oliver to Northcott, and now here they come. Polai gets the ball in behind. Watson draws and passes. Sorry, it was Buck and Ross Buchan on the far side. Here's Northcott again. Little chip over the top for himself. Saw Jay Strawn wasn't there, and yeah, that's a lovely take in the end. It was a little bit too deep there for Chad Northcott. He's the best at finding the ball on the regather in the competition, but that time he was unlucky. But here they come again, the Gropers. That wasn't the best clearing kick by the Greens. And Easy on the far side, he's yelling for the ball. And that'll be a penalty to the Gropers. What do you do here in front of the sticks? 8-17. The last kick was terrible.
Well, it was a shocker, actually. You and I combined have never, ever kicked a goal or had an attempted goal that was as unsuccessful as that one. That was a shocker. But
we've never had an attempted goal, Jared.
I back in the old toe poker days with the Adidas steel caps, I had a couple, but when Gary Gardner was off. But no, I'd say take the points to put you within 6, but they've chosen the scrum to go on the attack.
That they have. So backing themselves here at home, the Gropers. A little bit chilly here this afternoon.
As always the case here at the Dome, it was a balmy afternoon, but when the sun goes behind those clouds, behind those trees at our back, Smith...
Oh, no, nice work by Smith. Double palm taken from behind, though. Great covering tackle. They need quick ball to the right. They can't get it, the Gropers, and they turn the ball over.
Yeah, Smith on the charge, but an unfortunate ending there. They've turned it over. They've got it back now, the Bay.
There he is again. He goes over for a try in Groper corner.
And the crowd erupts here. Smith, he had his chance moments earlier. He had a second crack at it, and he's converted.
That was lovely work. They turned the ball over.
Come up and have a go, mate.
They turned the ball over. They got it back, and they got it back to the man that made the original break on the Banlaw replay.
Bit of commentary criticism there. We can't see everything. The shadows are playing havoc with us up here at the moment. But the Brutus down there, he's had a crack at us, so we'll try and lift our game. Sorry, son.
He lost his humour when he lost his hair, Jared, so no skin off my nose. Anyway, and there's a lot of skin on the nose too.
More than mine. But anyway, the Bay are back in it now. It takes it to 13-7, and they've made the right call. Watson's made the call, had the opportunity to take the three, but they've gone to press on in attack, and they've come up with the goods. So 13-17 with the kick to come.
Well, there's a bit of a spring in the step for this Gropers crowd again, particularly around those A&J signs down in that bottom corner. Good business, A&J Body Repairs.
Yeah, go and see Yorkie, one of our favourites, local favourites here, and he'll be out the Bombies this afternoon, I'd imagine. But
always answers the phone too.
Yeah, he doesn't always have the right answer, but he does answer the phone.
Nice kick there, and that one is through the sticks. So, Nelson Bay hit back the Gropers. 15 points to 17.
Yeah, it's 2 points to difference now. It's 10 minutes into this second half. That's a great opening stanza for the Bay, and they're back in the game.
They certainly are. 2 points in it. Nice kick-off there by Bright. Good chase. Nobody goes for it. Watini lets it go into touch, and it's going to be called a knock-on, is it? I'm not sure what the call is here by Edwards.
Never got a hand on it. He's put it out to the Bay, though, so...
Good refereeing there by the young referee. Of course, great things happening for the referees. If you do want to join the refereeing ranks, think you've got what it takes to be a Specsavers referee, contact them via Facebook.
Yeah, without a doubt, the toughest job on the ground. You know, you're never more than 50% right as long as the crowd's even. Can't make everybody happy, but he's doing a great job, Xavier Edwards, this afternoon.
The toughest job on the ground here today is changing the kegs because there's such a massive crowd here, and Fielder goes down the sideline, but he's taken into touch, saw a bit of a gap, and Jerome Wilson getting a bit rough there.
Yeah, well, he's not taking a backward step at Fielder. He had no choice there. The ball came out of the side of the scrum, sloppy, and he had a shot on the blind side. Well covered, though, and Billy done with the throw now.
Well, you see the line out there, Jerome Wilson marking up against Zion Takura. There's on the line, and that's the battle of the hair, to be honest. That one comes off the top for the Greens. And that's a terrible ball there by McCulloch as Shmuhar cleans up. Shmuhar bumps one off. Shmuhar now. Very solid run. I'm impressed by him today.
Yeah, he has been impressive. He's an excitement machine. We've got a few of them in the Rams NHRU Premiership. He's certainly one of them.
Lachlan Miller takes him forward. Oh, lovely run there by McCulloch up the middle. Didn't quite have the pace to finish off, but Strawn goes to the right. Strawn gets the ball. And Northcott takes him nicely. Now it comes across to Robinson. Here come the Greens. They're building. This is a nice passage of play. There's Milton. This is good patience play here for the Greens. Now Miller with the ball. Shmuhar's going to go over, is he? Yes, he is. Try to Shmuhar, try to the Greens.
Yeah, all too easy there for the Greens. We've spoken about Jerome Wilson as the afternoon's gone on. But the 5, Lachlan Milton, he's having a blinder as well, and he's set the play up there for the Merewether Carlton side. And an easy try in the finish. So the Greens just get a little bit of a break on the bay here. Now takes it out to 22-15 with a kick to come.
So Sam Bright, not the best day with the boot for the veteran.
So,
And he won't mind me calling him the veteran now.
Well, if you know, you got the years in the legs, you have to be accepted to the call. And the call is he's a veteran from our commentator. I want to know about your next call, Gareth. Are you backing him in or backing him out? He's 3 from none at this, none from 3 at this stage.
He's got 1, hasn't he?
I don't think so.
22. My maths tells me differently. I'm going to back him in this time, though, I think.
You're backing him in, or I'm backing him out, actually. Yeah, and you're right, he has kicked 1, but he's kicked ordinary as, you know. And you're right, Gareth. You've won 1 for a change.
I won 1 for a change, yeah. I saw him at half-time there. He's in the dressing sheds talking to his legs. Not Adam McDougall's side, not as aggressive as Adam McDougall, more softly, just rubbing them nicely.
Well, Adam used to abuse him. Sam was just having a quiet chat. But anyway, he's got that one over with a great conversion. Takes the score out now to 24-15. And the Greens kick back after a strong opening of the second half from the Bayside.
Lovely high kick there and bounces off the chest there of Milton. They come up with the Greens. 22-15 now the score. So 24-15 the score. As the conversion was successful, and here's Anisi. Anisi tries to run over his opposite Sikiotis, and the Greek god Sikiotis. He's the 11th Greek god in mythology. He takes him over the line.
Yeah, well, what are you calling his surname? Because I'd struggle with his first name. But anyway, he's done well there. And the Merewether Carlton go on the attack once again.
Yeah, nice run up the centre of the field there. So here come Carlton. I think at this stage, Carlton look the better of the two sides. Led by that man there, Jerome Wilson. Here's McCulloch. Oh, good tackle there, and that's what the Gropers need to be doing to get themselves back in the game, get themselves a lift. Couple of changes for the Greens as well. We'll get a call on them in a second.
Yeah, fantastic defence there from young Buchan too. He's swathed in bandages. He's copped a head injury, but he's still out there giving his all and doing a fantastic job. But there's been a little bit of a shift in the last couple of minutes, so the Bay having a strong opening 10 minutes to this second stanza. But the Greens now on top, but as they've turned it over, though. You give a bloke a rap, as is always the case. You put the mock on him. Young Lachlan Milton, he's coughed it up there. So I'll refrain from giving blokes raps, Gareth. But he's having a strong game.
He certainly is. He was in first grade last year. He came off the bench the majority of the year, I believe, and this year looking to make that second row spot his own. I think it's Milligan that's come on for the Greens. So Polai lined out to the left. Northcott to the right. Good scrum there by the Carlton side as Northcott drifts across field. Chris Smith gets it. Drives forward. Hard to put down is Smith. Nice ball to Hattini. Good hands. And the pop pass was not on there. Should have kept the ball and built the play and got themselves back into this game. Good opportunity gone missing.
Yeah, another good charge by Smith there. He was broke his way through, poked his head through the defensive line, but the pass to Hattini was a good one. The next one wasn't so good, and they've turned it over the Bay. As we always say, if the bloke is not in a better position than you on the football field, you don't pass in the ball, Gareth. So that was the case there, but disappointing for the Bay. But Merewether now on their 22 with the scrum.
So 20 minutes remaining in the half or thereabouts. The Carlton side, converted tries ahead at present, 15-24. So the Gropers with a bit to do. It's one thing we saw last year from both these sides. They certainly are both 80-minute football sides.
Yeah, well, we've got a third of the game to go, or just a little bit over, 21 minutes left. The Gropers down 15-24, but there's plenty of rugby left to be played here this afternoon at the Groper Dome.
Oh, good scrum this time by the Gropers. Begs the question, why haven't they been doing that all game? Here he is again, Milton. Plenty of carries, plenty of work. Dan Collins warming up on the sideline. A player that can sniff out a try for a big man. Here's Chris Smith, drifts across, finds the winger on the far side, and again drops the ball. Possession is key in this match, and they're just not doing it right at the moment, Jared.
Yeah, we should have taken it to the ground there, the winger, Cochrane. It's a poor decision, but they have turned it over again when they just started applying a little bit of pressure to the Greens' defensive line, and they're off the hook, the Greens, at the moment. As I said, though, plenty of rugby left to be played here this afternoon, 20 to go, and the crowd is continuing to build as the afternoon goes on and the shadows stretch across the field. And I'm looking very much forward to the last 20 minutes here. Merewether Carlton leading the Bay 15-24 with 20 to go.
And the Gropers lined up defensively. Merewether Carlton set to kick. Sam Bright looks deep. The Gropers will be keen here after that last scrum, maybe to put a push on, Jared.
Yeah, they expect plenty of pressure in this scrum. After 60 minutes in, they might be just finally getting the better of, as they are, they've got the charge on. They're getting the better of that scrum. Merewether come off the back of it. The number 8's picked it up, secured possession.
Yeah, it looks like the Greens still have a very good scrum there by the Gropers. We picked it, and that's a penalty now to the Gropers. 15-24. Do you take the shot or you take the points?
Well, after his first kick, that's why Wilson chose to go on the attack, and they've gone on the attack again through Smith and out to Northcott now.
Yeah, that was a pressure ball there. Did well to hold on to that. So now it comes out. Here's Edwards. Edwards met with defence. One out. He's isolated. Fielder comes up with it. 5 metres out now. Looking for Northcott. Northcott comes around and they drive forward here, the Gropers. It's going to be very tough to hold them out. Oh, that's a lovely ball to Oliver. Is it over? Yes, he is. He's over on the far side. The twist picks the pocket. Yes, again.
He's in the twist. One of our favourites, young Nathan Twist Oliver. Great work by the Gropers there on the charge, and Oliver over.
Well, he's the only player in the off-season in this Rams NHRU that got fitter without doing any pre-season training, and he's had an absolute bolter again today.
Yeah, he's the only lad that smoked and drank all off-season and come back the better for it. That's another reason why we love him.
Yeah, definitely. I saw him at the beach the other day. I said, what have you been doing off-season? He was cut up, six-pack and all, and he said nothing, just smoking and drinking. And I tell you what, if that's a diet to have, I want it.
Smoking, drinking and pulling chicks at 12. It doesn't get any better than that in summer.
12 a.m. for our viewers out there. Does he still work behind the jump at the country club?
No, he's on the tools these days, something you've never experienced, Gareth, having a nail belt on and doing a hard day's work, but you wouldn't understand that. But no, he's taken the hard road, and I love him even more for it as I am not having a tool bag on, but I swing the sword around, swing the trowel around every day, Monday to Friday, and I suppose that makes me appreciate my gig on Saturdays even more.
Yes, of course, if you are looking for some brickwork, my cohort, my co-commentator here, Jared Ryan, get in contact with him because he can put up a letterbox.
Don't worry about that. Shoal Bay Brickery Trickery will look after you, and if you can't find my number, you can find me at the front bar of the country club any day. If I've earned them, I'll go and drink them, ladies and gentlemen, but I'll lay them straight and square. So anyway, Oliver's come up with the points there for the Bay, and the Bay, once again, back into it, and this is going to be an entertaining finish once again. We had a thriller at Lawn last weekend, and we're in for another one here this afternoon, Gareth.
Yeah, definitely glad we picked this one. There was some conjecture that this was going to be match of the round. It was always going to be match of the round. 20-24. 15 minutes to go. Greens v Gropers. The two seaside suburbs. Oh, that one not taken. So, unlucky there. That was Byfield. Haven't seen him too much here today. So, the Greens again.
Well,
they capitalised in this position last time. Can they do it again?
we mightn't have seen too much of him or called much of him. I mentioned him earlier in the game as a young 18-year-old who's come out of the 18s last year for the Bay, playing blindside flanker. And, you know, we talk about the stars. We talk about the open side flankers in Oliver and Wilson. But he's been doing a fair job in tight, and that's about his first mistake for the game. So disappointing for the young fella. I'm sure he'll come back.
Yes. As Dan Collins, he's still warming up down there with the customary yellow headgear. And you're right. As on the line, does look like he's got a couple of kilos on him.
Yeah, don't worry about that. Dan's carrying a few too, but the old Tonka toy, he's down there warming up, and I'm sure he'll get a start shortly. That's it.
That's another very good scrum. Sorry to cut you off, but that is how it's done. That is how it's won, and there's a bit of a scuffle on the ground. I think it's Billy Dunn and the captain, Watson, trading barbs. No, it's the two hookers, Ross Buchan and Billy Dunn. So, Billy Dunn might find himself with a tough little 15 minutes of the office here. They can't control the ball. As Buchan certainly gave him a mouthful after that scrum, as you should.
Oh, well, yeah, that's right. They've got the dominance in the scrum now. It's taken them 65 minutes, but they've certainly got it, and that's a terrible bloody line out from the Bay.
Yeah, did all the good work in the scrum, took his eye off the ball. Now Miller, exciting run up the park. Here's Milligan. Good run. Jerome Wilson. Flick pass out the back to Ethan Fowles, who gets the ball off the deck. Now Watini. Good run there, keeps the legs pumping, sets them up midfield. Good quick ball now. Clifton comes out the back, can't get a ball away though. He's ragdolled into the ground. Watini at the back, he'll pick and drive. Good engine there shown by Watini. Oh, good clean out too. That was Edwards, and Clifton now, he dances round the back. Somehow the Greens still have a good pressure put on by the Bay, but good composure shown by the Greens as well.
Yeah, good defence from the Bay there, but the Merewether Carlton side have managed to retain the ball, and on the attack again, forwards keeping it in tight, punching forward. Wilson again, he's offloaded inside to Billy Dunn.
Yeah, Billy Dunn, midfield now, and here come the Greens. They go forward. Good pass there by Clifton. Oh, no, it wasn't. Jay Strawn juggles it. And he copped a bit of a knee in the back for his efforts as well, jumping on the ball. The former captain of the Greens just shows his courageousness out there. He's a tough player. And copped a little bit of a knee in the tackle there. Probably not needed.
Well, certainly not intentional.
I don't know about that.
Well, once again, we disagree. But, yeah, it's his first mistake this afternoon. Strawn at fullback, he's been very solid, but he's come up with a mistake there and relieved the pressure on the Gropers.
So Buchan comes from the field. Good run by the hooker. Dan Collins will go on, so they certainly miss nothing with Collins coming on the field. The Dubliner. Just looking for it to square up there, Edwards. He's refereed the game well here today, 20-24, 12 minutes remaining.
Speaking of referees, we've got a little bit of a break in play, or they should reset the scrum. Unrecognisable in the under-18s game this afternoon. Rob Delbo had a man bun, and through the crowd, a lefty, nobody could pick him. We didn't know he was, but congratulations to your promotion to Director of Rugby Referees, the Specsavers referees in the NHRU Rounds Premiership. And but you were, Rob, we can't have that again, all right? You get away with it once, but we can't have man buns out there.
Yeah, he's a Bar TV Sports favourite in this Rams NHRU as fielder goes around the side. Here comes Northcote. Pace to burn. Little kick in behind for Northcote. Northcote net. Oh, the ball bounces over his head. Juggles the ball. Sikiotis does well, but fielder comes up with it. Here come the Gropers. Northcote calls for it. Looking for the long ball, finds Ben Whaler. Now Oliver bounces off his chest. They'll need to consolidate here and just set this ball up, set this play up. Sam Bright falls off him. Oh, he's taken from behind.
Fantastic play there by the Bay. Fielders come up with the ball out of the twist. On now to Chris Smith. He's on the charge again.
Yeah, dangerous one out, Chris Smith. Some poor defence there by the Greens. Here comes Zion the Lion. Gets the ball out, dummies, and that's going to be a knock on. I thought it may have come off a Greens player there. But in any case, it'll be a scrum. And the pressure will be on this Green scrum, Jared.
Yeah, without a doubt. They've been smashing it in the last 7 to 8 minutes. The Merewether Carlton scrums, they've gone to Shoal Bay Beach and having a bake the last 7 or 8 minutes. The Bay applying all sorts of pressure on their scrum. That was another unnecessary pass. And I think you're right, they come off a Greens, but the referee, Edwards, was unsighted, so we'll have to let him get away with that. But they're under enormous pressure late in the game. In Groper corner now, the Merewether Carlton side. Gropers on the attack.
Here they come, the Greens. Can they get out of trouble once again? 20-24 is the score. Of course, on the street property scoreboard. And here comes the push, here comes the shove again. Picked up quickly that time. Oh, good tackle there. Hattini comes across, rips the ball out. Calling for a knock on, but no, the Greens have the ball. Milton, he's been safe all game. And he'll take the ball to ground. They're under a lot of pressure now. The Greens, Wilson, he's the man to get them out as he drives up towards the 22. Good run. Missing his brother Wendell this year, the Greens, but the go-to men there in Jay Strawn, he gets the ball, but he drops the ball. So now, uncharacteristic from the fullback. Goes down the short side, his fielder. Now I think it's Edwards on the far side. Yes, it is. As he's looking for support. Can't find the support. And that'll be a knock-on now for this Nelson Bay side. And they'll be confident they can get a pretty good platform off the back of this.
Yeah, without a doubt. They'll have a good platform and a fantastic opportunity to attack deep inside Merewether's 22. They've been dominant in the scrum. I can't see why any reason with 8.5 minutes to go it will change here. Merewether Carlton under all sorts of late pressure. And the crowd starting to get right behind the Gropers here and set out to the right-hand side. It'll be corner and Groper corner is what the Gropers are calling for. So let's see how the Merewether Carlton front row, Hattini, Dunn and Ball have done well for 70 minutes. But they're under all sorts of pressure here late in the game.
So, 8 minutes to go, plus a little bit of injury time. As you can see in your street property scoreboard. Oh, that's a good scrum there by the Bay. Chris Smith goes forward, charges forward. Pops a pass that didn't need to be passed again. Fielder, dummies this time. He's going to play safe. Northcott comes in there. There was a chance there for quick ball. Then they pick and drive. They may be held up here as they go across. I think he's turned the ball up. No, he hasn't. Northcott to the right. They're looking for a couple of bigger men in Edwards. Edwards drives towards the line. Now Northcott shifts to the left. Not rolling away. The Greens player. Is that Zion Takora? So close. That was Matt Affleck. You can see Zion Takora coming in the back. Here's Collins! Collins goes over! The super sub! He can bag a try, and he bagged that one, and the Gropers are in front.
The Tonka toy, he's over. He's only been on there for 5 minutes. And as you said, can sniff out a try, Gareth. And he's over, not quite in Groper corner, but close enough for the home supporters. So the Bay in front for the first time in about 70 minutes. They led 3-0. They've been behind for the last 70 minutes. They're back in front, 25-24. 7 to go with a kick to come here at the Dome.
And Billy Dunn's coming from the field as well. He's had a tough second half. This Nelson Bay scrum certainly turned on the screws.
He's been, I must give him a big special mention as he comes off, Billy. He's been outstanding for the Merewether Carlton side this afternoon. And he's just felt the pinch. I don't think it's his fault that the scrum's going backwards, but he's been under all sorts of pressure along with his front rowers. And he's been given a spell here. 7 minutes to go. Kick to come. The Gropers in front.
The Gropers are in front. 5 minutes to go. 25-24, kick to come.
Backing him in, Gareth.
I'm going to say no.
Well, I'm on board. I'm on board with the kicker, young Brady Cochrane. He's a Nelson Bay RAF flyer.
Oh, is that a pilot? A RAF flyer? Or he's just quick on the wing?
Well, that's why he plays on the wing. That's, but I know I'm backing him in. I'm backing him home.
Well, I'll tell you what, he's from the RAF. They'll call him the Iceman from now on, Jared, because that was easy as you like.
He's no co-pilot. He's the main man, and he's got the bay out too as the scoreboard. The new scoreboard at the Groper Dome ticks over 27-24, 5.5 minutes to go, and we're in for another thriller, folks.
It is a massive thriller here for this Rams 2019 round 2 match of the round on Bar TV Sports. Of course, if you do want to get in the game with Bar TV Sports, look them up on Facebook, YouTube, and of course, Twitter. Here comes Zion Takura. Good run there by the line. Shrugs a couple off. Bounces off. Good run there. They need to keep composure, though, here, the Gropers, and not try anything silly, Jared, because they are suspect to a bit of that sort of stuff.
Northcott now with a deep raking kick, which is what they need. Plenty of pressure. Taken well. Oh, he's coughed it up. Edwards has found a high tackle here or a knock on. I don't know which one.
I think it was a knock on. He went to get up. Hatini came across, and it looked like Clifton took the tackle voluntary. It was a tough one to take. Hatini was steaming down on him on the Bandlaw replay, and he dropped the ball as he went to get back up, and he saw a bit of space in front of him, but he knocked on. So now the Gropers, under 5 minutes remaining. It's going to come down to the wire here. They'll need a good scrum as Charlie Fielder having a good laugh about it.
You know, the Gropers, the chance to close the game out here now. 40 out with the scrum and the feed, and they've dominated the scrum late over the last few minutes. So once again, driving the Merewether Carlton side off the ball. Fielder looking to pick it up. Out to Northcott now. Through to Smith. Passes out to Hatini. And onto the flying bucking.
It's Knipe on the far side. He's come back on, has he? Or Buchan?
Cochrane.
Bochran.
We'll get there eventually.
It's all the same.
We'll get there eventually.
I thought it was Knipe. I thought Knipe had come on the field as a replacement.
I believe he's out. Did he? All right. And you weren't even here for second grade. But anyway, it could be Knipe. We'll get our stats man onto that. But a relieving kick there from the Merewether Carlton side takes the pressure off with 3 to play. Nelson Bay 27 leading the Merewether Carlton side 24. And it's all happening here at the Dome late.
So 3 minutes to go in this match. As the Greens have it, they look a little pedestrian at the moment as Milligan goes forward. And that's going to be a penalty to the Greens, and that's a deserved penalty. They're just getting a little bit too itchy here, the Gropers. They're going to have to watch themselves.
Yeah, Edwards is...
As Sam Bright, he will find plenty on this, you'd think, and he does. He gets them well into the Gropers' territory, 30 metres out. Be interesting to see who goes to throw these lineouts now.
Yeah, well, it was the last little bit of melodrama here at the Dome this afternoon. Good throw and taken off the top.
So here comes Bright. Bright looks for Milligan, finds him, steps up the middle. 27 to 24. Goes over the top to Lockie Miller. Lockie Miller safe. He spilt the ball out the side of the breakdown. Referee says play on. So they get a bit of a break there, the Greens. Now Milligan takes another one, looking to dispossess him there. Was the captain Watson, but can't. Now they charge forward the Greens. That one comes out. That's a advantage now to the Merewether side. Can they square it up here? They're in front of the sticks. There's a minute and a half remaining. Do you take the goal?
Oh, you've got to take the 3 at this stage of the game. A minute and a half on the clock, 27-24. 3 behind. This will lock it all up. And an unlikely draw in the finish. The Bay didn't handle the pressure there. Merewether Carlton on the attack. But chance here now to square it up.
Yeah, chance to square it up. Sam Bright in front. You're backing him in?
I'm backing him in. I've got to back him in front. 22 out, 23 out possibly. He's had a shocker with the boot this afternoon. But I'm backing him in. But it has been another thriller here, ladies and gentlemen. Hope you've all enjoyed the Bar TV coverage of the Rams NHRU game of the round this afternoon. It's been a thriller.
Well, the Gropers go up, and he is not going to miss that. So, 40 seconds on the clock here at the ground. The Street Property scoreboard shows us we're well into injury time here. Here comes Northcott. He goes deep. And fouls. He's too safe there. He's a good young winger. Plays fullback as well. That one spits out. Eddie Clifton goes up the middle. Lazy defence. Wilton was looming, but couldn't quite get to him. And now Clifton brought down just before halfway.
He's been walloped and whacked by Whaler there. Great take off the kickoff, the young Merewether Carlton winger. And they swing it left now through Lachlan Miller, who's had a great game as well.
You can't fault either forward pack in attack or defence, can you? The Greens have struggled scrum-wise second half, but it's been a physical match.
Yeah, didn't know where to go there, but he's gone to the left. They have been fantastic, both sides. Both packs have been relentless at each other all afternoon. The Bay calling for a penalty now, but it's gone to Merewether Carlton. Penalty.
Penalty to Merewether Carlton. The Bay were claiming it, but it goes the favour of the Greens. So, 52 metres out. Can Sam Bright step up and take the shot here? He will.
Well, young Xavier Edwards, I've got to take my hat off to him because he was warned there is only one road out of Nelson Bay, but he's refereed the game excellently this afternoon for the Specsavers referees, and he won't be swayed with pressure. It's a big kick, and it'll be a disappointing finish for the home crowd, but Bright with a chance now in the last seconds of the game to put Merewether Carlton in front and go home on the bus singing songs, Gareth.
I'll tell you what, there'll be a few ready to be sung. Sam Bright, he's probably 52 metres out if he was in front, but he's probably 5 metres to 10 metres to the left of the sticks, and here he comes. He hits it flat, he hits it straight, and it goes over! 52 metres out. Have you ever seen such a win at the Groper Dome, Jared?
Well, I've never seen a finish like that. I thought it was under the crossbar for all money, but the touchies have put the flags up, sent the Merewether Carlton players into raptures, and silenced the Nelson Bay Gropers side.
Wow, what a kick. Sam Bright had a shaky start to the day, but that's got him man of the match for me.
Well, Edwards mightn't get his way out of town, but the Carlton team will be taking the 2 points home in an outstanding, thrilling game. Gareth, who was your best?
I'm going to have to say Sam Bright, Jerome Wilson, but Sam Bright won the game. I'm going to give it to the match winner like I did last week to Carlton.
Well, I should have disagreed with you. I got caught away in the moment last week, and I should have stuck to my guns, given it to the Ben Everywhere Ham man, because he had a blinder. And I'm going to go against you, and I'm going to give it to the number 6 because the captain has had an outstanding afternoon here at the Groper Dome, led his side to victory in an outstanding performance. So for me, the man of the match, the number 6, Jerome Wilson.
Well, I'm going to go for the glory boy, Sam Bright. He's won the game 52 metres out. It definitely went over from my eyes, and the flags went up. The Gropers went down, and what a game it was to finish up here. 30 points to 27 in favour of Merewether Carlton here for the Rams NHRU. Thanks to the Titan Group, thanks to Street Property, and thanks to Bandlaw, as well as Rams for the Rams NHRU. We'll catch you after Easter. We're going to have a little break, and we'll be back with the match of the round in the NHRU.